So, I am actually a precision machinist by trade. I obviously have been doing lots of woodworking for many years now. I started in high school with the woodshop class and just continued onward from there, buying my own lathe and slowly acquiring power tools and hand tools and improving my skills over the years. But after high school, I became a precision machinist, going to college for it, and since then I've been dying to get my own metalworking tools for around the house. Um, First thing I'm acquiring is a metal lathe. It is a 9-inch swing by 19 inches between centers, shop fox 3/4 horse metal lathe. It has a quick change gearbox, and it also um, has a oil bath gear system. And it's not perfect, but it's certainly not bad for the price. It's a little over $1,200 on Amazon, free shipping right to my house, which is always fun. So yeah, that's what I got. And first things first, once I got the thing in the house, I opened the box and got some quick measurements and built this little workbench. I like using MDF workbenches. They're nice and flat. I don't have to worry about warping. And then I use some 4x4s, make it nice and sturdy. And then I put on 6 wheels. The wheels were rated for 350 pounds each. The lathe itself is 270 pounds, well, slightly less, but you put all the extra accessories on it and it's almost 300 pounds. So I wanted to have multiple wheels. I have 4 wheels that are rotating and then 2 fixed wheels out back. So I pre-drilled everything and then screwed everything in, and then I put a bunch of support brackets on just for some extra stability. I wanted everything to be nice and heavy and stable. There's no flex or bend to everything. Although I'm only 180 pounds, I stood up on top of it, shook my weight around to see if anything even slightly moved, and it didn't. I also used many brad nails just to help hold things in place while I was going. Makes it easy to hold your work, and then you screw it in for a secure hold. You see, I'm adding some pieces to the back, not really for stability, but just so I can add these metal strips, or the magnetic strips, hold some different pieces of material or whatever else I would need. I just like having these magnetic strips all around the shop. They're nice and handy. So I screw in 4 of them. Now you can see me, although I did this before building, I figured I'd have everything look a little bit more organized in the video. So now you're seeing me open the box. Took everything apart. It was put together quite well, which is nice to know that they made a nice secure box. And then you see me right here taking off all the accessories. I wanted to cut down the weight as much as possible. As I said, the lathe itself with nothing on it weighs 270 pounds. Add all the extra accessories and it weighs over 300 pounds. I continue taking everything off. There's a bolt in there I couldn't quite get to. I finally got it. And then I started by screwing some hooks in the wall. These hooks failed and were pulled out due to the weight. So I actually go back afterwards and I drilled a 1.25 inch diameter hole through the wall, or through the ceiling there. And then I ended up by putting a 4-inch clamp through that hole, and then I fed the rope through the clamp, so the clamp was nice and smooth and allowed it to work nicely. It was a C-clamp. I actually bought some rope from Walmart, used a bunch of zip ties to help secure everything from not slipping. I'm not the best at tying knots, so zip ties were helpful. And then I just backed my car up to the garage door. This is where the first things failed. I cut the camera off and put the clamps in. I keep jumping back and forth, checking it, make sure everything's going to fail. Once I realized it was working, I lifted the lathe up, dropped it down, celebrated a little bit, shifted it into place, and that was the end. I finished putting my new lathe together and setting it up on its new workbench.